Have you been thinking about getting into Forex trading? Forex trading opens up a world of opportunity for those who know how to do it properly. You can experience financial freedom and reap tremendous rewards for your trading skills. Unfortunately, many programs make big promises and throw students into the trading market without the proper knowledge and expertise to succeed. Fortunately, there is a solution. Great White FX Academy is the best place to start your Forex trading journey with the tools, resources, and education necessary to help you thrive in the market. Great White FX is an online Forex training platform that provides technical training that will help you succeed. It is of the utmost importance to have a proper qualitative education to participate in Forex trading, and that is exactly what Great White FX focuses on. You can reach us on Facebook at Great White FX and Forex Educational Academy, on Instagram at Great White FX, on Twitter at Great White FX, or call us at 234-803-930-61888.
Good evening, all. Good evening. If you can hear me clearly, just type in yes into the chat box. If you can hear me clearly and see my screen, just type in yes into the chat box. If you can hear me clearly, and see my chat, just type in yes to the chat box. So without wasting too much of your time, good evening. You're all welcome to today's market review with Great White FX for the 21st to 24th of July 2020. So yesterday I had to do this because yesterday the review, while I was trying to convert the video, it went bad, so I couldn't post it on YouTube. So I had to do this so that I could post it as a guide for most of you, because most of you requested for it. So as always, we're going to start with the dollar index. So here, remove all this. So looking at the dollar index, already price has taken out the low for last week. As you can see, that low comes in around, let me see, the low comes in at 95.78. You notice price took out that low but bounced back. This might be what you might term a dead cat bounce. It might not have much strength, because I'm still of the opinion that before any strength is seen physically on the dollar index, they need to come down to this area. 95.72 has to give way. They need to come down here before any measurable strength is seen on this pair. This pair has to give way, then we might see a move to the upside. But aside from that, the dollar index might still be in for some heavy down move. As you can see, this was Thursday's candle. The close of Friday going below this candle negates this candle as a bullish signal. So what that means is that we might see a little bit of more down move. They need to come down to this low, 95.72. So until that happens, any rally on the dollar index will be sold off. Like I said yesterday, for those who attended the class, said any rally on the dollar index will be sold off. So for now, to an extent, the dollar index is still bearish. So what you just need to do is mark up this level, 95.72, or put an alert there. Put an alert there. Put an alert there. Once price gets in there, you get notified, because it has to give way for there to be any considerable strength on the dollar index. So the next pair we're going to look at is EURUSD. So looking at the EURUSD, from the weekly, price broke above last week's high, as you can see. I'm of the opinion that the ultimate target, like on the dollar index, 95.70, 95, I think it's 95.72, can't quite remember that. But I'm of the opinion that the ultimate move on this pair on the Euro USD is 1.1497 here. If you notice, this is one candle and 1, 2, 3. Remember, this is a monthly time frame. This candle has held price within its entire range for 1, 2, 3, going into the 4th month. So there's going to be a lot of activity piled up at the top here. So I'm of the opinion that that is basically your target on this pair. But the Euro USD spiked the high of last week and closed back below it. That level comes in at 1452. So if you get the close on the 4 hour above 1452, then it's going to move higher. If we get a level above 1452 on the Euro USD, that's it. 1452 on the Euro USD, that's tomorrow, and you know price is going to move higher. Because as you can see, this is last week's high, that's 1452. It's closing back below it, and there's a daily high somewhere here. Let me go back to the daily time. There's a daily high here, 1443. That's this level here. So if price stays above this level tomorrow, then the tendency is going to move higher. As you can see, it came down and spiked back up. So that means it's still bullish. Generally, it's still bullish. What you just need to do on this pair is look to buy dips. So what you just can do is you take your fib and place it. When you place your fib, you wait for pullback to go long. That's just it for that pair. Then the other pair we're going to look at is the GBPUSD. So just like I said yesterday in the review, I said this pair still has, I'm of the opinion that this pair might still move up. I'm of the opinion that this pair might still move up. And if you look, it came few pips from this swing high here. That's where price is at the moment now. So if you go down to your daily time frame, this high here is coming in at 1.2670, but I'm of the opinion this is a target on this pair. 2810, 1.2812, this high here. That's where I'm of the opinion that they are gunning for. Because if you notice, GBPUSD is not breaking lows to the downside. Instead, it's breaking highs and it's not dropping lower. So that points to the fact that there's still a tendency that they might still move higher. And the dollar index is not in any way showing any strength for now. So this pair might still move up to the upside. So the best thing on this pair, like I said, you use your fib, look to buy dips to the upside, because should price come out tomorrow and hit this high, there's a tendency you might see a bit of a pullback, then you move higher. So you just apply your fibs. When you apply your fib from the low of today's, only today's candle to the high, and you wait for pullback to take your trade. So the next one we're going to look at is gold. So looking at gold, gold is still slightly bullish. Gold is still bullish. If we look at it, it has closed above last week's high. Closed above last week's high. So should this happen, and you'll be expecting tomorrow, or you might be expecting tomorrow, and it has broken this high here at 1818.02. So now there's a possibility that gold may use this weekly high for support. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, and look at the 4-hour time frame, you see at first the 4-hour candle closed below it. Then once this 4-hour candle closed above it, although it had a long upper wick, but they never closed back below 1815. Once they close back below 1815 on the 4-hour with a bearish signal, they are going to move to the downside. But for now, this pair is still geared to the upside. I have this level here, 1828.80, and some other levels to the upside that I have not yet listed. So the best thing on this pair is look to buy dips. For now, look to buy dips. You're better off looking to buy dips with confirmation to the upside. So the next pair we're going to look at is Euro Pound. Looking at the Euro Pound, just like I said yesterday, that I do not trust this bullish candle. And when I said it yesterday, I said if you switch to your line chart, there is structure here. Hello, can you guys still hear me clearly? Hello, can you guys still hear me? Hello? Okay. I said yesterday that there's structure to this area here. I said there's structure here. So I did not trust that bullish move to the upside. And if you notice what happened today, price rallied up, took out last week's high, and then dropped to the downside. So now, if you look at it on the daily, this is a bullish. This is a pattern you're looking at. So the best thing on this pair is to sell into rally. You already have a structure here. So if price pulls back into this area, that's a logical area to start looking to sell from. Is from 90.58 to 90.67. Or you wait for price to pull in. If price pulls in and starts to drop, then you take a short position. But for now, this pair has a bearish bias. It didn't close above his weekly high from last week, so most likely it's going to go back to the downside. You just wait for a pullback and continue with the downside. So the next pair we're going to look at is GBPCHF. And this pair, I have been talking about it. I said I do not trust. What I said was very clear on the daily time frame. You don't see it clearly on the weekly time frame. It's very, very evident on the daily time frame. I said there's already a trap move at this area. There's a bear trap already set up at this area. And if you notice, price is not breaking lows. There's strong rejection to the downside. So that's why I said yesterday that this bearish candle, because if you remove this bullish candle for today, this bearish pattern here is a bearish pattern. Let me do something. Where is this replay? Okay. Let me take out this. If we were looking at this over the weekend, this is a bearish pattern. This is an evening star pattern. But I said I do not trust it because of what is already in play here. And if you notice, when price came in, they bought it to the upside. So on this pair, what you're waiting for is to sell, to buy into dips. What do I mean buy into dips? Let me put it. It's still some distance from its weekly high. So you might see a bit of a pullback due to the size of this daily candle. You might see a bit of a pullback. If it starts to pull back, doesn't mean you can't take a short position. But if you're trying to take a short position, be well aware that you're going against a prevailing trend. So like I said also on the other pairs, what you can also do on this pair is very simple. You just come to only this daily candle. And if you notice, I've forgotten the candle pattern they call this. This candle broke out of this candle's range. And see, it took out the low first, it took out the high to the upside. So what you just do on this daily candle, you drop this and wait for pullback. If it gives you a favorable pullback into any decent area, then you can take a long position based off convincing price action. So looking at another pair we're going to look at is AUDUSD. Looking at the AUDUSD, the daily close for today, like I said, this pair still has some business to the upside. I said I've been saying, said it sometime last week now. When price took out this high here, it didn't drop that much. It didn't drop. There was no massive move to the downside. So if we look at this setup, we might be looking at price coming back for this high or this high here. As it might be coming back for 70.63 or 70.80. So any of those two levels, price may be coming for either of them. So that's just it for the AUD USD. And the next pair I'm going to be looking at is the NZD USD. The same setup, looking at the NZD USD. It has a bullish close on the daily. So this pair might be gunning for this high, 66.00. Although they've not been able to close above 65.84. They've not been able to close above 65.84. So first, for them to move to this area, they need to close above 65.84 on the daily before they can move higher. And if they take out this level, which other level would they be looking at? You'll be looking at this point, 66.29. But already there's structure here. There's structure here. So that's where price ran into the first time and pulled back. So we'll watch to see if that area holds again, if price comes back in there. So looking at the AUD USD, just like I said yesterday, said this is the top of the range and this is the bottom of the range. Price ran to the top, spiked it a bit and dropped. So you wait for pullback. If it pulls back into this area and gives you a bearish signal, then you take it down to 1.6264. That'll be your likely first target. Then if it moves slower, fine and well. When price is in an uptrend, if price pulls back, that's what you mean buy into dips. You buy into dips. That's what I mean by you buy into dips. If price is in an uptrend, like this, if price is in an uptrend and pulls back and starts moving up, this is the dip. This is where you buy it to. So, is there any pair anybody would want me to look at before I call it a night? So that I can quickly post this up for you guys. Is there any pair anybody would want me to look at before we call it a night? You can type in your pair. Any pair anybody would want me to look at? So search US30. Okay. I don't do ZAR. A person asking me to look at ZAR, USD ZAR, I do not do that pair. I do not even look at it. I don't know how it works. US30, is it Wall Street 30? Or Dow Jones Industrial? Is it Wall Street 30 or Dow Jones? Wall Street 30. Let's look at Wall Street 30. Well, looking at Wall Street 30, well, this pair might still try to run to the upside. Although there's heavy structure here, as you can see, that was what held price here. But looking at the way it is, and if you look at it on the 4-hour, there's big structure here. As you can see, that's where price is at the moment. Here, you have here, and you have here. So, US30 is still slightly tilted to the upside. It's still slightly tilted to the upside. So only saying German 30. I don't even know where that pair is. I don't have it on my setup, so I wouldn't even bother looking at it. Somebody says USDCAD. Look at USDCAD briefly. Well, USDCAD, let's look at it first from the weekly point of view. Let's switch to monthly. Let me get long upper close. Go down to weekly. It's in a range. You're looking at the range situation. This is the low and this is the high. The low of the range is at 1.38. Let me use range low. The top of the range is 1.3715, and the bottom of the range, is here. as a 1.3486. So this is the weekly view. It's in a range on the weekly. So now we're going to drop to your daily time frame. You drop to your daily time frame. What are you waiting for on this page for it to come down to this area? And if you notice, where's the weekly low? The previous week's low is not so far from this area. That's at 1.3500, which is psychological level. So if you ask me, this pair is in the range. The best is to wait for it down. If it comes down here, if it goes below, you need to see a trap move at this low here. What do I mean by trap move? You need to see something like that. Price needs to break here and close back inside. The moment it closes back inside, it may pull back before taking off, or it may take off immediately it pulls back inside. Once it does that, then you know this will be the next time. So for now, you can see there's a rally, then there's a consolidation. The USDCAD on the daily view is in the consolidation. So the best is just to wait for it at the edges of the range. Let me look at it on the 4 hour. Just wait for it at the edge of the range. You're better off taking a long position here. But if it breaks below here, that's if it gives you a bearish, a break and retest and a move lower, then you need to come back. But if it gives you a break and closes back in here, you might wait for something like this. So that's it. So I thank you all for taking your time to attend. I wish you all a blessed night and a beautiful trading day ahead. Thank you all for taking your time to attend. Good night and stay blessed. Thank you.